It's like if they showed the movie Star Wars or Lost or Star Trek or any of those with a black cast, it would do that in this science fiction because remember that's so they always, you know, that's one way they do it. They'll change the character. Why they change the characters? They're changing the characters because they don't want to activate your DNA. They don't want you to see that you're Darth Vader and you Luke Skywalker. You know?
Alter egos.
Right. Yeah.
I've been telling everybody that the Joker is Batman. All of the people, the villains in the Batman, are all of the alter egos of the schizophrenic Dick. What's his name? Master Dick, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is in Arkham Asylum the whole time. That's why it's always dark in Gotham.
Ain't that something?
It's always dark in Gotham. Ain't no sunshine in Gotham because he's in the mental institution going through the dark night of the soul. And all of those villains is the shadow work he's doing to face his alter egos. Which, am I going to be the Riddler today or am I going to be Batman? The Batman is the one who can navigate through the sound in the darkness. Because he's using sonar to navigate. Right? Whereas all of the villains use different faculties. Right? Then they're clicking up on him. I mean, all of his dark forces is coming together to form an alliance against him. So all of those alter egos is what Batman got to conquer in order to get back to the mansion and be Bruce Wayne again.
Right. That is so awesome. And when you were talking about the shadow work thing, and that metaphor about the mat and the weighing the feather against your heart, it does make you focus on the fact that the things that you gotta get rid of is the things that weigh heavy on your heart.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? That was like one of the most excellent. I don't know what to say because everybody's always saying Egyptian, but I know that's all Nubia. A metaphor that never came out.
Listen, all over the world, including the motherland, Africa, all over the world, who is known for the feathers? When you think about feathers in the culture,
That's facts. Man, all of them.
Organic people of land.
Yeah, I showed that.
Okay, now watch this. Watch this. Why is you trying to measure your heart, weigh your heart against the feather instead of a fez?
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen. This is God talk here.
Go ahead.
The reason why you can't use a fez to weigh against your heart, because that's only the little 720 degrees of earth knowledge as above, so below.
Right.
That you had, and you probably ain't even spent your tassel all the way around 360 at the top to get your highest degree, and you walking around in the elementary level red fez. You ain't graduated yet.
Exactly.
You ain't graduated yet. So you can't weigh an adolescent's heart against an adult's heart. The adolescent got the opportunity to make all of the mistakes he want to make. The adult doesn't have that luxury. So you can't hold and condemn the youth until he becomes experienced enough to know better. Now he can be reprimanded. That's why you got juvenile court versus adult court. But watch what they do in the juvenile court. They reducing the age of accountability as an adult. Now you can be tried as an adult. They saying your intelligence level was that of an adult when you murdered that lady. Your intelligence level was that of an adult when you murdered that lady. Right? So you 11 years old, but they want you to think like an 18-year-old. Because you didn't do what the 18-year-old should have done, they punish you for it. That means they can control when you become responsible. If they can control when you become responsible, then they control the responsibility. So you can't, when you talk about weighing the feather, the pure intentions, that's the adult that went through all of the hard shit and he ain't hold no grudges against nobody. And he asked everybody to forgive him along the way for his transgression because he ain't no better than nobody else.
That's right.
It's just as simple as that.
So his intentions are still pure. They call that being tried by the fire. Jim Croce wrote about it, and I learned the hard way every time. It's the same science. You can't weigh the Fez against the feather because the Fez ain't graduated yet.
So is that the reason why they use the feather versus the Fez?
No, because they came over here with that bullshit. I'm just beating up on the Fez because they came over here talking about
keep on, General. But the master teacher, I was I don't know, I came up, for people don't know, from the Ansar to all the different schools, and so I was fortunate to be present when the master teacher said a lot of things and did a lot of things. He said, when we get to the end of this journey, and he said we're gonna have a mask, and we get to take the mask off and look back, we're gonna laugh. And I'm seeing why he said that, because a lot of this shit is so damn simple. I mean, everybody's making it hard, mostly dudes, because they always want to be the one that's facing the crowd, and they want the crowd to look at them, and they don't realize that the one he's sitting facing the crowd, he's blocking the path. We call that path the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the straight path and stuff. So if he should be that one should be facing the same direction we face, and we're moving in the same direction. So I guess we need to run that one over. But there's always one that
we don't have to run him over.
Go ahead.
We don't got to run him over. All you got to do is watch him fall into the ditch, because the blind can't lead the fucking blind. Listen, when that motherfucker fall into the ditch, you just keep going. You keep doing what you're doing.
Rod said, let him fall in the ditch.
Listen, he gonna fall into the ditch. He ain't watching the real leader. He trying to take over and go into business for himself.
Yeah, he want to face everybody and want everybody to face him.
Right, but guess what's gonna happen? He ain't facing the real leader that's looking at everybody, looking at his dumb ass, saying, let that nigga fall off the cliff. He'll figure it out, get back on the track and have the rest of y'all.
Rod, you going hard today. Rod said,
we got to learn how, look, life's supposed to be challenges, man. This is the game of the gods. Life is the game of the gods. This is not the real shit. We ain't even fucking here.
I try to tell people that.
Tell you projected into yourself from somewhere else. The hologram is held together by the moon and the dark night satellite. So I'm trying to tell you, if you ain't here, you playing a video game, nigga. This the video game the guys play. This shit for fun.
That's right. That spirit controls that mind, which is the remote control for the supercomputer called the brain in this game layout.
Listen, for eternal beings. Look, you living for eternity, right? What you gonna do? For eternity now. There's no end. There's
you occupy your time. Yeah.
What you gonna do for eternity?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to work. Everybody say they don't want to work. So who the fuck gonna run this bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to do no work for eternity. Come on, man. This is the game of the gods. We playing a simulated holographic game right now. We all in on this shit together, hitting each other from different angles, teaching life lessons, right? We teaching about betrayal and loyalty. We teaching about morals and dogma. We taking all of this shit as Masonic in nature. That's it. 9 areas of people activity. Control that shit, create a compelling spectacle for their laws of power. Draw them in. Become great, but don't step in the great man's shoes because you'll fuck around and trip. You give honor where the honor is due, but you keep on doing you. This a game. I'm just ready for this bitch to be over so I can live a part of the game that you do, because my cousin told me that the life is just a game and the motherfucker that died with the most toys win. I done took this bitch over from A to Z. Ain't nothing left. Zigzag, zig, knock to a knockback. Where they is, here I am. There they over. Where we at? This shit over with.
That's right.
This shit, look, we worrying about the music. We worried about the education. We worried about the entertainment. We worried about the politics. We fucking God, don't none of that shit matter. Piss on all of it. The low vibrational shit can be used just like the high vibrational shit. Stop taking sides.
Right.
You can't keep your balance taking sides with everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be off balance somewhere. So how is your feather in your heart gonna ever balance out? You always are, because you're always stuck into the ego with them opinions that the world told you to hold on to as the truth. The only absolute truth is we are here playing this fucking video game. That's it. When you turn into a game, it ain't even nothing else to be bitching about.
And could I add to that? The other part of that video game is that character that you're dealing with in the 3D. In order to get to the higher level, you got to calibrate that character, that avatar.
Right. We call that purification of the soul.
Yeah. Now, and see that led me to I wanted to share some stuff with the people out there, you know, that you know, is avatar vibrating kind of slow. I wanted to share some of the things that, you know, not being a doctor, but this is what Brother Love does for himself. I wanted to show him a few things. I noticed that I don't see anybody on there. I just see myself, but I just wanted to show a couple of things. One of the things you were talking about, this is just to help a avatar together so they can vibrate on high frequency. They can play this game better. This is this moringa powder, right? And this moringa powder is packed with a lot of nutrients, and it gives you energy and stuff like that. Now, what I found is that you know, you might go something and pick this up for like $30 or stuff, but I go over there to Ross's and I picked it up. It's like $6. I just want to show a couple of these right quick. Is that all right?
All right.
Hey, while you talking about that moringa, moringa is an electric superfood.
Mm-hmm.
The magnetic counter is maca. Maca's magnetic, moringa's electric.
Okay, that was on. Oh, you saying that one is the sun food and one is the earth food?
Yep.
Okay. So now here's another one. We're dealing with these marine greens, and it's like it's the spirulina, the kelp, the chlorella. That this is perfect for nutrients and perfect for getting rid of heavy metals. This is some
detox.
Detox. Cilantro. Go ahead, young elder.
I got that stuff you got right there at the house.
There you go. And
got drink that green powder. That green powder. It's good for kidney stones too.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. We got this. We deal with right now. I'm just dealing with the nutrition. The super green food. And it's full of minerals. It's full of minerals. I'm just going to go quickly through this because I got a few things to show you. Another green, another sea green that's good for the chelation and good for energy. The sea moss. And they didn't let you know, but us melanated people, it's like those in the plant's blood right there. That's that chlorophyll. You need that chlorophyll for energy.
I got the same one, but I got some of this.
To synthesize that sun photon energy. Right.
I got the liquid form.
Iron. Let me see. What about the iron? Iron is here we go. We want to use the iron fluorine, iron phosphate, the iron that comes from a plant. Iron is conveys oxygen to the brain. That's one of the main things it does. And so iron is like an essential heal of the body and the organs. Iron. Y'all can jump in anytime.
By the way, Fourth, your beard lined up perfect, man. Whoever did your lineup on your beard, that joint fire.
So I got a question for the young elder. What would be? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I had a question for the brother young elder. What would be your best advice to people that's listening and that will listen to this live? You know, as far as what, you know, and I spoke with Rod about it and got his opinion or his perspective as far as what we should be doing right now as a people to get this fucking ball rolling a little bit quicker.
I got you. Hey, it's easy, man. My mission was that it was that the war right now is taking place on the mental plane. We already got the land. We talk about the land, but we already got the land. We own the land, like Rod said. He own the land, looking out right now at the land. You know what I'm saying? So we got the land. So this is a mental war now. We got to get the people knowing who the hell they are. They still saying they everything else but what we are. Now we are some of what they saying too, because we part of everything. You know what I'm saying? We come back to it. But to me, it's a mental war. People will say, let's set up a community. They do all this. We don't got to do none of that. All that they tried to do all that. Bob and them did that, and them niggas came and bulldozed that shit over. So thing is, the war is in the mental right now. I love my we got to get the minds of our people back on, like what Rod's talking about and all that. We got to get the minds of the people. That's all we. Hey, we ain't worried about. They say, hey, why you ain't do this or why you ain't do that? It's because all the stuff you talking about is physical. I'm not fighting the physical war. I'm fighting the mental war now against the people, against these beings, right? That's how they being exposed now. See, physically, the reason why they never was exposed physically is because they move it into, like Mark Payne said, these beings chess players. They move it in the fourth dimension, the mental plane. So we never did hear no names or nothing really who these people are until now, until Rod Hayes pop up. Nobody knew Robert L was on that shit until like maybe a couple niggas, but they probably was Dirty Moores hiding the shit. But the war is on the mental plane now. We fighting to try to get the niggas' minds saying, hey man, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's on the same method as Elijah Muhammad and everybody else was doing, trying to get them to know the knowledge of self. So knowledge, I think what we should be doing now is getting more intelligent, studying what the brother Rod Hayes said. Go research it. Go get all the books. He done read the brother that reference, like I think probably like about over 100 books to me so far. I think like I got them all, like a lot of them in the file.
Easy, Dad. Look, we done reviewed a good 30, 40 books on your channel.
At least.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. He absolutely correct in what he's saying, because we have to get the critical mass of awareness in order to flip the clock. But it's one thing you can't do is you can't jump the gun. Everything is set to a divine galactic clock. We feel like we're not doing that. We feel like this shit moving motherfucking slow as hell. That's because we looking at it from our human mind. When you realize that a day in God's eyes is 1,000 years in ours, he moving at light speed, or she moving at light speed, I should say. Big Mama not bullshitting, but it looked like Big Mama bullshitting on Earth, because it take a certain amount of time for something so big to have a turnaround effect in reality. So it's like when you cast a great conjure, right? You got a longer turnaround time than if you cast a small spell. Ceremonial magic in real time. When the people start spontaneously going out, getting their own feathers, and having fucking Mardi Gras on their own without asking nobody, they just get up and do it. That's when you've reached critical mass. Yeah. The signs will be present because the people will start to celebrate on their own the victory of the game. Right? So when we talk about the God concept, God and the devil, those are immortal beings. And they telling you in your mortal form about your immortality, and that you got to be doing something in the meantime. You remember when the man from the Planet Ritz, Baba, said that on Ritz, they watch holograms for entertainment?
Yeah. 3D
I just got finished reading that.
This the fucking hologram they watch. This the hologram the Ritzkians and Anunnaki are watching. And when you get to when you get to mass awareness, right? This is what happens. Nibiru returns is that bell at the carnival when you drop the sledgehammer and it go up top and go ding. When you get the critical mass of awareness, you go ding, unlock the victory, and everybody wins. Everybody.
Yeah, that's
wins.
like I said. That's like I said when I said with the James Brown record on, and without even talking to anybody or anything, everybody going to get down on the one, just the whole crowd. But I agree with what young elder was saying. But from my perspective, the thing that should be done first, from my perspective, is to reclaim our identity from in the heart, make the announcement to the public, and that way put the adversary on notice that they got to go. I even like, this is how I do it. If I get everybody to say this, I would say something like, and you put your name in the back, I say, I, Brother Love, now know who I am. I am of the organic people of the land, known as the Americas, and known by many ancient names. and many of our family names now known as tribes. And I know all skin folks ain't kin folks. Brother Rod told me. By the authority invested in me by the Galactic Council of Life and expired contract given to the meek, I evict all the wicked imposters off the planet Terra/Earth immediately. If we can get on that tip all together globally and say this, we can go ahead and straighten out the elevating our intellect and stuff like that without interference, persecution, or imposition from these dirty ass imposters.
There's only one part that ain't clicking for you. We on a galactic clock on a schedule. And to us, it looked like we not moving. Shit ain't happening. But on the grand scheme, we exactly where we're supposed to be at the right exact time to get this shit done at the right exact time. Truthfully speaking.
I peeped that years ago.
Right? So, as they say in the Nation of Islam, we on time with time with this one. We can pontificate, we can dialogue about it, but the reality is